Molly the Mouse's Big Picnic. In a cozy little burrow nestled beneath the roots of a towering oak tree, lived a tiny and adventurous mouse named Molly. Molly wasn't like any ordinary mouse, she had big dreams and an even bigger heart. One sunny morning, Molly woke up with an idea that made her whiskers twitch with excitement. She decided it was time to host a grand picnic for all her forest friends. It would be a day filled with laughter, games, and, most importantly, delicious food. Molly scurried out of her burrow and began her preparations. She gathered acorns, berries, and seeds for the picnic feast. She also found colorful flowers to decorate her little picnic area. As she worked, she thought about her friends. There was Benny the bunny, who loved carrots, and Rosie the squirrel, who had a sweet tooth for nuts. Sammy the seahorse, though not a forest dweller, was Molly's dear friend from her seaside adventures, and she wanted to include him too. With her tiny paws, Molly sent out invitations. She carefully wrote each one with her finest leaf pen and delivered them to her friends' homes. The day of the picnic arrived, and the sun shone brightly. Molly's burrow was transformed into a wonderland of nature's beauty. There were wildflower bouquets, mushroom chairs, and even a small pond for Sammy to feel at home. Benny the bunny hopped over first, his ears wiggling with excitement. Rosie the squirrel arrived next, bringing a basket full of acorn cookies. Molly's heart swelled with joy as she saw her friends gathering. Sammy the seahorse, carried by a gentle stream, arrived with a splash. Everyone cheered, and Molly was overjoyed to see her ocean friend in the forest. The picnic began with a delicious spread of forest treats. There were acorn sandwiches, berry pies, and even a special seaweed salad for Sammy. The friends shared stories, laughed, and played games like acorn toss and leaf races. But the best part of the day was yet to come. Molly had a surprise for her friends. She had found a hollow tree trunk that looked like a stage, and she stepped up to it with a determined heart. "Friends," she squeaked with excitement, "I prepared a special song and dance for all of you." With that, she started to sing, her tiny voice filling the forest with sweet melodies. She danced and twirled, her furry tail swaying like a ribbon in the breeze. Her friends clapped and cheered, and Benny the bunny even tried a few dance steps of his own. As the sun began to set, the friends gathered around a small campfire. They roasted marshmallows, shared stories, and looked up at the starry sky. It was a day filled with joy and friendship, a day Molly knew she would treasure forever. The picnic ended with promises of more adventures and gatherings in the future. Benny, Rosie, and Sammy all thanked Molly for her hospitality and love. With their hearts full of happiness, they returned to their homes, leaving Molly alone in her burrow, where she couldn't help but smile. It had been a big day for a little mouse, but Molly knew that when you have big dreams and an even bigger heart, anything is possible. And so, in the quiet of her burrow, Molly closed her eyes, grateful for her friends and the memories they had made. With dreams of more picnics and adventures, she drifted into a peaceful sleep, knowing that she was loved by all her forest friends. The Rainbow Bridge, a tale of friendship. Once upon a time in a magical land, there lived two best friends named Rosie and Timmy. Rosie was a kind and gentle rabbit, with soft, fluffy fur the color of snow. Timmy, on the other hand, was a cheerful squirrel, known for his boundless energy and love for exploring. Rosie and Timmy lived in a beautiful forest, filled with vibrant flowers, towering trees, and a sparkling river that meandered through the woods. But what made their forest truly special was the legendary Rainbow Bridge. The Rainbow Bridge was a bridge made entirely of colorful, shimmering stones. It arched gracefully over the sparkling river, connecting one side of the forest to the other. Its stones shone in all the colors of the rainbow, and it was said that the bridge led to a land where dreams came true. Rosie and Timmy had heard stories about the Rainbow Bridge since they were little, and they dreamed of crossing it one day. They believed that it held the key to their greatest wishes. One sunny morning, as they were playing near the river, they decided that today was the day. They were going to cross the Rainbow Bridge together and make their wishes come true. With their hearts full of excitement, they hopped onto the bridge. Its colorful stones felt cool and smooth beneath their paws. As they crossed, they closed their eyes and made their wishes. Rosie wished for a garden filled with the most beautiful flowers, and Timmy wished for an endless supply of acorns to share with his friends. Just as they reached the middle of the bridge, something magical happened. A shimmering light surrounded them, and they felt like they were floating. When they opened their eyes, they were no longer on the Rainbow Bridge, but in a garden filled with the most magnificent flowers they had ever seen. Rosie's wish had come true. She twirled among the blooms, her heart brimming with happiness. And just a few steps away, Timmy found himself surrounded by an abundance of acorns, more than he could have ever imagined. As they reveled in the beauty of their wishes coming true, they realized something even more magical. The Rainbow Bridge had brought them to the land of their dreams. It was a place where wishes became reality, where laughter echoed through the air, and where friendship was cherished above all. Rosie and Timmy spent the most wonderful day in their enchanted land, picking flowers, playing games, and sharing acorns with new friends they had met. But as the sun began to set, they knew it was time to go back home. With heavy hearts, they returned to the Rainbow Bridge and made their way back to their forest. They knew they could always come back to the magical land whenever they wanted, thanks to the Rainbow Bridge. As they stepped off the bridge and onto familiar ground, Rosie and Timmy looked at each other with smiles. Their adventure had not only granted their wishes, but had also deepened their friendship. From that day on, they cherished the Rainbow Bridge, not just for the magic it held, but for the memories they had created together. And whenever they crossed it, they were reminded that true friendship was the greatest treasure of all. And so, in their beautiful forest, beneath the colorful stones of the Rainbow Bridge, Rosie and Timmy lived their days, grateful for the magic of friendship that had brought them closer than ever before. The mystery of the talking animals. In a cozy little village, nestled between rolling hills and a whispering forest, there lived a young girl named Lily. Lily was an ordinary girl in most respects, but she had one extraordinary talent: she could understand what animals were saying. From a young age, Lily could hear the chirping of birds, the chattering of squirrels, and the meowing of cats as clear as day. She didn't know why or how she possessed this ability, but it brought her immense joy. Her days were filled with conversations with her furry and feathered friends. One sunny morning, as Lily was sitting on her porch, sipping lemonade and chatting with a blue jay named Benny, something unusual happened. Benny looked at Lily with wide, excited eyes and said, "Lily, gather all your animal friends. We need your help." Startled, Lily asked, "Help? What's wrong, Benny?" Benny explained that there was a mystery unfolding in the forest. Animals were disappearing without a trace, and nobody knew why. The creatures of the forest were worried, and they believed that Lily's unique ability to understand them could be the key to solving the mystery. Without hesitation, Lily agreed to help. She gathered her animal friends, Benny the blue jay, Squeaky the mouse, and Whiskers the cat. Together, they embarked on an adventure into the heart of the whispering forest. As they delved deeper into the woods, they encountered talking animals of all shapes and sizes. Birds tweeted clues, rabbits whispered suspicions, and even the wise old owl, Professor Hoot, shared his wisdom. With each conversation, Lily pieced together the puzzle. They discovered that a group of mischievous raccoons had been playing pranks on the other animals, causing them to hide in fear. The raccoons had created secret tunnels and used them to pop up unexpectedly, frightening their fellow forest dwellers. Lily and her friends decided it was time to confront the raccoons and bring an end to their tricks. Armed with kindness and understanding, they approached the raccoons' hideout. Instead of scolding them, Lily explained that their pranks were causing real harm and fear among the animals. The raccoons, surprised by Lily's ability to communicate, listened attentively. Lily offered a solution: they could all play games together and have fun without causing fear. The raccoons agreed, and soon, laughter echoed through the forest as animals of all kinds played together. From that day on, the forest was filled with laughter, friendship, and understanding. Lily, the girl who could talk to animals, had not only solved the mystery but also brought the community closer together. As the seasons changed, Lily continued to enjoy her conversations with her animal friends. She learned from them, and they learned from her. Together, they shared the magic of the whispering forest, where talking animals and kind-hearted humans coexisted in harmony. And so, the mystery of the talking animals became a heartwarming tale of friendship, understanding, and the beauty of the natural world, a story that Lily, Benny, Squeaky, Whiskers, and all their forest friends would cherish forever.